Wilfredo Pareto. He is an Italian scholar, and his focus started with a non-rational kind of approach. He developed his major ideas to refute Marx and Enlightenment philosophy. Enlightenment philosophy was more based on, let's say, rationalism, on scientific kind of approach, whereas Marx philosophy was more related with the revolutionary kind of approach. So instead of rationality, his emphasis was on the role of non-rational factors such as human instincts. So we cannot give any importance to rational kind of approach, which was the emergent kind of approach in the Enlightenment. So hence he considered that it is unrealistic to hope to achieve dramatic social changes with a Marxian economic revolution, because it was the Marxian theory where he focused on the conflict between the employers and the employees, the capitalists and the labor class. So might be the capitalists are few people, masses are in majority. So if the masses revolt against the system, there could be a change. But Pareto gives a different kind of theory of social change. He did not consider that that's the way the change will come as it was advocated by Marx. So Pareto offered an elite theory of social change. So rather than change coming from the side of the masses, the change is expected to come from elite society. So society, in his opinion, is inevitably dominated by a small elite that approach on the basis of enlightened self-interest. So they actually govern the whole system, the whole society. Maybe very few people are governing the majority of the people. Maybe it was as it is associated like 20-80, 20% of the people might be controlling the 80% of the population, or 20-80 can be applied with respect to the resources as well, with the ownership as well. Therefore, in his opinion, it is not the masses who are going to bring the change, it is the elite who can bring the change. So masses are dominated by non-rational forces. Non-rational forces could be their instincts, those could be their emotions, and they have allegiance to the elites. They don't think of, let's say, revolt. They might be more in terms of, let's say, emotional kind of attachment. So they lack rational capacities, hence unlikely to be a revolutionary force. So it's not the rationality, it's more of emotional kind of attachment. So social change occurs when the elite begins to degenerate. So if they start degenerating, then they have to be replaced by another group of elites. So maybe there is some kind of grouping amongst the elites as well. Some are the ruling elite, others might be not the ruling elites, maybe in the opposition. He talked about the lions and the foxes, but the lions might be rulers, the foxes might be in the opposition. So that is how he looked at the system. So replaced by new elite, and from where do these come? Well, there is a circulation of elites, and some of the new elites might emerge from the higher elements of the masses. But in most of the cases, the new elites also emerged from the governing elites, but he did not rule out the possibility of some coming from the non-governing masses as well. Maybe some prominent kind of people, they might be included over here. So that process continues, and this is more like cyclical kind of process. So one group of elites governing, then another group takes place, and this cycle continues. It might be oscillating kind of situation. So theory largely ignores the plight of the masses. So elites come and go, the lot of masses remain the same. So history displays cyclical kind of pattern of change. So that change is there in the economy. Economy might be also moving in cycles. That is also applicable to politics and the public sentiments. Each change rhythmically in some kind of cyclical kind of approach. So that is how he considers the theory of change in the social change in the society, and it continues in a cyclical kind of way.